Boys!
Oh, hey! Long time no see!
Treehouse today.
Yeah.
I think we're upstairs, hey?
Right there. With the Treehouse.
What suburb is this in?
It's in Alexandria.
Alexandria. Oh, look at that branding.
Because he was gonna pick up his heat snacks. Hello.
Where's this from, Ryan?
These are our Senzan community hehe caps. They finally arrived. Just in time.
Just say snackies.
Snackies?
Someone said that.
Look at that.
Fresh box snack.
Alright, this is what we're here for today.
Yeah, that's our that's our latest release, injection molded Praxis.
Yeah.
Which is basically a budget version and a backwards compatible version of our Alice layout.
Of the original Praxis as well,
yeah.
hey?
So,
What's the original one?
The original one is these ones. This is the gold variant.
This is your first design that you did, right?
The technically second, but first big public buy or first big public sale.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first one was austere.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, you made
I totally
a video
forgot
on
about that. Yeah, I did do a video on that.
Yeah. The next release, IM Praxis, is essentially the next iteration in the series.
Yep. So IM stands for?
IM essentially stands for injection molded. So very creative, very simple naming scheme.
So these are the two colors in stock at the moment?
Yeah, so the first round will be blue, transparent blue, and transparent purple.
Yeah.
So for this round, we ordered around 1,000 units.
Way.
So it uses the same, it basically uses the same internals, same mounting system. It's just a different material and different implementation for the outer shell. So yeah, one of the key objectives is, one of the key features is you're able to take your same Praxis plate and PCB and just slot it into your injection molded Praxis if you just want a second one.
And what's the price point on this one?
We're targeting to have an introductory price of $135 US.
Yeah.
We have a short packing list on the side.
Oh, right there.
Yep. So it essentially comes with the case itself, an aluminum plate, and I think more importantly, it also comes with its kit of stabies, which
yes,
some
true.
people have been very excited about.
Yep, which
And
we do
just-
have a bunch of here.
Yeah, we do. As I mentioned earlier, we received a lot of samples for our injection molded Praxis. This is just some proof of concept work that we got from our manufacturer. So it's really wacky and quirky.
Yeah, what is that? That's a fish, man.
Yeah, the internal name of this prototype is the Finding Nemo edition of the injection molded Praxis.
Are you allowed to use that branding?
I don't know. This is our attempt of having a false metal look on the injection molded Praxis.
Yeah, actually I thought that was...
So yeah.
I straight up thought that was just... Actually it does look like black anno.
Right.
I mean, yeah, from afar.
Yeah.
I do like that gradient one, that's not
Yeah,
bad.
so this is basically just a spray painted version.
Oh, did someone actually... Did any of you do that?
No. It came straight from the factory.
Oh, right.
But it's just like... We just requested multiple proof of concepts.
Yeah.
And other things that our manufacturer can do. But it also gives us insight that if our customers, for example, want something that they can do a DIY project on. We feel that a product such as injection molded Praxis is a good product to use as a base.
Yeah, that is true. I would actually like to do that.
Yeah.
Because it is obviously way more costly if you do it to,
yeah, if you spend,
to one of these bad boys, yeah. I don't know what's going here with this weeb stuff, man.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, the domestic store is actually Treehouse Hobbies and not just keyboardtreehouse.com.au.
Oh, can we just have a look at this? Which one's your favorite?
I am part of the Nino group.
Oh,
Nino
like Tommy. I think Tommy likes her.
How can you not?
Alright, sweet. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah,
I'll
no
have all the info and stuff.
Yeah.
Cheers. Alright, cheers to Ryan and Kuno for their time at Treehouse. And you know what? I'm feeling good today and I got to spark something for the channel, so I'll give one of these away later in the video, so stay tuned for that. Also, before we start, just going to quickly mention that the Sydney Mechanical Keyboard meetup is coming up on the 10th of September. Awesome event to check out everything to do with mechs, and I'll be there, so I'll leave a link in the description for that. Okay, here's the top. Gotta love how translucent colored plastic looks, it's just so pretty. As mentioned by Ryan before, this is essentially an injection molded version of the aluminium Praxis, so it has the same mounting points and screw holes. It does feature brass inserts for the screw threads, which is good, so it should be nice and durable compared to tap plastic. Here's the bottom piece, very simple, no option for weight like the original aluminium Praxis with polycarbonate bottom, and the injection molded plastic would definitely be thinner than the original. While there is some small support along the walls, the bottom for the most part is just empty. We also have to remember that all cheap pre-built plastic mechanical keyboards that you see are also injection molded, and they tend to have support ribbing along the bottom surface to improve rigidity. So I'm not sure what it is or if some lateral support structures would help with straightening, but it's not looking great. As we can see, it isn't flat, not even close, and that goes for both the top and bottom pieces, which curve the same way too, like together, so it's not like they can counteract each other. With all this being said, I'm not an expert on plastic molding and design, so take it as you will. I did talk to Ryan about it, and it is known, and it's just a part of it, but you'll see later how it is. Now to the plate, which is 1.5mm aluminium. This is the same plate used by the aluminium Praxis, so again, same top mount design and mounting points. However, remember that this keyboard does come with a hotswap PCB, that being the Valor Rev 2 HS, which is fitted with Gatoron hotswap sockets, so there's no need for any soldering work. Personally, I think this fits the Praxis IM perfectly, being a more budget-friendly board, perhaps more beginner-friendly, and hotswap just makes it easier to try different switches and typing experiences, so I'm all for that. Also, there's a bunch of these small side-firing SMD LEDs which might be interesting because of course we have that translucent case. However, I know there's not a whole lot of diffusion going on here, so let's see how it is. Alrighty, let's put it together. First up, Staby stabilizers, and these are developed by these guys as well, and basically they wanted stabs that just worked out of the box because, as you may know, stabs take a lot of work to get right. However, I did chuck them in without lubing, especially because 2U stabs tend to be okay, but there was a rattle, so I still recommend to use lube. Back home. Cheers, Johnny boy. Switches. We're gonna try two. First up, Gatoron Oil King switches from my good friend at Mountain Keyboards here in Australia. These are an 80 gram linear, which is pre-lubed, so this should be interesting. And then the rest of the assembly is super easy, just gotta screw it together. And it does also use all the same screws, which is always nice. One thing I did notice is that the heads of the screws seem to be a little too large for these holes, I think, because the more I screw them in, and you know, there shouldn't be too much risk going a little tight because of the threaded brass inserts, but it started to push the top shell outwards, which isn't great because we're putting even more stress on that plastic. However, it looks like that should be an easy fix for them, just smaller heads. Lastly, keycaps. For this board, I really liked what they had in store, and I'm fully on board with going with the same sort of colorway as the case itself. Like, they have GMK Hamon, Frostwitch, Belafonte, but it's a translucent case, and recently there's been an influx in translucent keycaps. I had a look around, and fortunately Switch Keys had these Lelelab, not sure how to pronounce it, but it was available in a bunch of colors, and what better board to use these on. Unfortunately, because of this Alice layout, we need another 2.25U for the left spacebar. And remember, it is hotswap, so there's no getting around it. So I had no choice, and I had to cop another set. If for some reason you don't need a 2.25U left shift, please buy this spare key set off me. And here it is, the Praxis IM. I love the look of this thing. Translucent plastic always hits different for me. I definitely prefer it over opaque plastic. I don't know, it just makes it more interesting, and I think I hit the spot with these keycaps. It just matches so well. Even though the hues of the blue are slightly different between the case and the keycaps, everything else comes into play. So for the case, you have the black plate coming through, which kind of gives it a bit of a tint, and then for the keycaps you have the actual switches themselves. So I used the all black Oil Kings, but also the white and green built by Nim Linears, and both worked really well. I'm not sure if using more colourful switches would work as well. I definitely think black and white is perfect for these. The white legends on the keycaps work beautifully too. They're using the same typical sort of rounded Helvetica typeface, which we're all accustomed to. Although they are just UV printed, so durability we'll just have to wait and see, but for now it looks great. And the translucent nature with the visible structuring and ribbing extends from the keycap stems throughout the board. It's just how it is. You get to see the threads, the screws, and everything else. The side profile, you can see the plate and PCB, and on the bottom it's just an unobstructed view of the PCB, which again, I kind of do question perhaps some sort of support would have been beneficial, because even fully built, it is curved. Now the thing is, and I did talk to him about it, if you use it with a desk mat, it's no issue at all. Even being this light, it still sinks in a bit and it's covered, no problem. So they kind of assume that you will use a desk mat, which to be fair, many of us do. Now let's get to the sound test. Pretty interesting, pretty alike to other injection molded top mount keyboards. However, what I do like about this is that it's just a pure top mount. No foam or silicone or gaskets, making it a little different to the others. You can definitely feel the plastic characteristic of the keyboard. It has a slightly dampened feel, slightly softer because of the plastic shell, so it goes a touch towards the thoppy side. However, it's got that slightly deadish, muted plastic response. For me, the Gateron Oil Kings, while nice switches, they weren't suited to this board. It was a bit too mushy and muted in my opinion. I definitely felt that the built by NIM linears, which are a long pole switch and clackier by default, brought out more life, and I really enjoyed this combination in both sound and feel. I'd probably bet that a nice strong long pole tactile would work here, and I think in general just a more lively switch will do the trick, and yeah, I really enjoyed how the built by NIM build worked out. I also did try OP Blacks, which kind of go in between those two switches, and they were pretty good too, so very pleasant. And that's the Praxis IM, aka injection molded Praxis. I love the board for what it is. I love its backward compatibility and just providing a cheaper option of their Alice style keyboard. Also, just another cheaper Alice option on the market, which is nice to see, make it more accessible. And remember, it's an in-stock item, which is awesome. 135 USD or 190 AUD. It's still up there because you don't get switches or keycaps, so while it is towards the budget end in the enthusiast market, it's still definitely a bit to cop, but you do get a quality hotswap PCB and the solid stabies. There are a few quality issues with the case itself. If they can fix the warp and the screw sizes, it'll be a lot better, because for me those things do need to be fixed, but it just looks so nice, and the combination with the keycaps is just perfect, honestly. The feel is decent too, not as great as the aluminium Praxis in my opinion, but that's a given. And it's hot swap, so there's room to explore. I'll chuck all the links in the description. Huge thanks to Ryan for letting me visit the Keyboard Treehouse store. The guys there are doing an amazing job, especially in Australia. Thanks to John for your accommodation, and to Antonio, I'm sorry I didn't quite make the fortnight. Okay, giveaway time. Let's say be subscribed and leave a comment down below on what you think about the keyboard, good or bad, whatever, and I'll extend this to my Instagram as well, so suss the description. Thanks for watching, and bless.